From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. We are almost done with the work week and we are almost done with the storm system. But for the next 30 hours, we could have another 5 to 13 inches of snow for highest mountain passes. Even lower elevations could get in on the fun for today, but it doesn't look like we'll get that much at all. And it's going to be a little bit gusty for today. First Alert Weather Day continues through 10 in the morning for tomorrow for all of our highest mountain passes. And for this morning, still seeing those dueling bands of snow, one over the Blue Mountain Range, the other one over the Cascade Range. And we'll talk about road conditions coming up a little bit later in the show. But for right now, temperatures down into the 20s and 30s, 37 for the Tri-Cities, 22 degrees in Yakima. And those winds make it feel that much colder out there, as I see they're kind of swirling around the region, but all of us dealing with some sort of gust to some extent. Here's your umbrella cast for this Thursday for the Tri-Cities. Little shower chances as we head into the evening. It's going to end up being a mostly dry day. We will have those low-end chances for snow in the Kittitas Valley and for the Blue Foothills. But I'll have more to say about that and also an update on those road conditions coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Coming up, on-duty and off-duty officers credited with saving a life on New Year's Eve with the moment all caught on camera. We have the body cam footage, and we'll tell you what followed. That's straight ahead.
Plus, new developments this morning in the case of Sarah Clayson. The off-duty trooper now has new court dates. Coming up, we'll have the latest on the high-profile case.
And new technology is coming to emergency dispatch. An AI system set to go live later this month could change how non-emergency calls are handled. We're going to let you know how it works coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jada Elliott. It is Thursday, January 8th. And it's Elvis's birthday.
Happy birthday to Elvis.
Happy birthday, Elvis.
And we have a lot to get. Yeah, that is a fun one. And we have a lot to get to this morning. So we're going to start in Walla Walla, where on-duty and off-duty officers with the Walla Walla Police Department and also Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office are being credited with saving a woman from a burning car on New Year's Eve.
Take a look. We have the body cam footage released into our newsroom. We got it just yesterday.
Hey, jump it, Ashley. Go, go, go. We got somebody in here. Go grab your Halligan. Grab your Halligan. Check the back. Check the back. Make sure there's nobody in the back. Get her foot. Can somebody grab her foot? Get.
Yep, got him. Anybody else in there?
I don't know. Check the back. Go grab your Halligan. Grab your Halligan.
Just incredible work by those law enforcement officers. Walla Walla Police Department telling us that this was caught on K-9 Officer Eastman's body cam. Authorities say the 32-year-old woman was involved in the crash on Highway 12 near Reese Avenue. Her car burst into flames. She was unconscious, and as you can see, she couldn't get out of the vehicle herself. So an off-duty police officer and an off-duty sheriff's deputy, both from Walla Walla, came upon the scene and worked to save her life.
Officer Eastman and Officer Roberts with WWPD then got to the scene, and the woman was pulled from the burning car, as you can see by Officer Eastman, while the others worked to put out those flames. The Walla Walla Fire Department arrived and finished off the fire, and the woman was then taken to the hospital. The crash is under investigation by the Washington State Patrol.
Moving now to a fire watch, as an investigation is underway after multiple suspicious fires have been sparked in Union Gap. Excuse me. Police confirming an arrest has been made, though the fires are still under investigation.
East Valley Fire says the first blaze broke out early Wednesday at a warehouse near Lilac Lane. 2 more fires followed near Rainier Place and East Washington Avenue. All were set outside the buildings. The warehouse fire caused the most damage. About half the building was engulfed with flames through the roof.
So from that point, while we did commit resources to the building, there was also a lot of property around the building with semis and semi-trailers, and so some effort was put towards making sure those vehicles and trailers that weren't already involved in the fire didn't become involved so that we could save as much property as possible.
And there were no injuries reported in any of those fires. Now to continuing coverage this morning on the Sarah Clayson case. We know now that the new trial date for Clayson, the off-duty Washington State Patrol trooper charged with DUI vehicular homicide, and this came after a deadly crash with a motorcyclist last March.
Here's a look at attorney court dates. Instead of her ominous hearing being held yesterday, it'll now be March 11th. Pretrial hearing set for April 15th. New trial date set for May 18th.
As for the reason for the second postponement of her trial, Clayson's lawyer Scott Johnson told us pushing back court dates is normal for this kind of case, with the average time from charging to a resolution being at least a year, and often longer. And he went on to say, quote, "As evidenced by the months it took the state to complete its investigation, this is a highly complex case. The defense did not receive any discovery until September and has still not received all discovery."
Now, he says that the defense is working now with experts to analyze the discovery that they do have while they still wait for remaining evidence. Be sure to stay with us here at Apple Valley News Now as we keep you updated on the case. More Living Local this morning. When you call for help, every second counts, of course. And now the region's emergency dispatch center is turning to artificial intelligence, not to answer 911 calls, but to help keep those lines open when it matters most.
Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says the new AI technology will handle non-emergency calls with the goal of reducing wait times and easing the load on dispatchers.
Inside the Southeast Communications Dispatch Center, every call matters, and so does how quickly it's answered. Soon, a new artificial intelligence system will help manage non-emergency calls, not 911.
We will never be allowing an AI to answer our 911 lines. This is strictly for our non-emergency or administrative lines. And even those calls will always be reviewed by a telecommunicator here.
The AI system called Aurelian is expected to go online January 13th. It will answer calls to CCOM's non-emergency line. It can handle general questions, minor traffic concerns, and reports of crimes that are no longer in progress. The system collects initial information, routes the call appropriately, and provides a summary, but human dispatchers remain in control.
It can detect not only by the phrases that people are using, but by the tension in their voice or the lack of tension maybe for what it is that they're reporting.
The system senses any urgency, or if a caller is confused or unsure, the call is immediately transferred to a 911 dispatcher. CCOM says call volumes continue to rise, especially during major incidents, and non-emergency calls can slow response times for true emergencies. Officials say other agencies using the same technology have seen faster response times and a reduced workload for dispatchers without replacing them.
It seems like the right tool for us to help alleviate some of the workload for our dispatchers that doesn't impede the level of service that we're looking to give our community and to our responders.
Fournier Plant says CCOM put the system through stress tests with the developer to see how much it could handle. The AI can communicate in multiple languages and will be closely monitored once it goes live.
CCOM leaders say they'll be watching the system closely and stress that emergency calls always come down to somebody over the phone, and stress that the community continue to call non-emergency dispatch at 509-628-0333, and for emergencies, dial 911. Reporting in Richland, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And CCOM says they are still in need of dispatchers.
Yeah, as for the new AI program, officials will share more details, including frequently asked questions, and they say they're always looking for community input, of course, to help improve public safety.
And keep it here because coming up next, a deadly shooting involving an ICE agent in Minneapolis is now raising some serious questions this morning. Coming up, what federal officials say happened, how city leaders are pushing back, and what video appears to show. All of that is straight ahead in your national headlines.
And giving you a live look outside this morning, this one from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. When we come back, we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth. He'll have a look at your forecast and your current road conditions.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region. Just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola. Dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park, where it's always 84 degrees. Ride North America's longest gondola to epic snow tubing and endless skiing and boarding. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain Resort. Book today at silvermt.com.
The New Year clearance event is on now at Walker's, where they're launching the new year with big-time savings up to 70% off. Or receive 0% interest financing until 2031 with no down payment and no minimum purchase.
So you can get that new furniture you've been wanting at New Year clearance prices. Going on now at Walker's.
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota has 25 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, more than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Prosser's most colorful adventure is at Splat It. Throw paint, get messy, and have a blast. For kids, adults, parties, and nights out, Splat It has it all. Book now at splatitnw.com.
3 legendary all-American groups, one night of American pop. Featuring the Grassroots, the Buckinghams, and the Box Tops. Together live for American Pop. Saturday, February 7th, Legends Casino Hotel. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or Legends Gift Shop. One night only. Don't miss American Pop. Saturday, February 7th at Legends Casino Hotel.
113, gonna need all hands.
911 Nashville, TV's #1 new show is back.
The city's been hacked.
With an emergency that will touch every corner of Nashville.
Every light in the city went green.
Returns tonight on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're seeing a lot of blue on this map for this morning, but it is contained to the mountains. So if you have to traverse over either mountain range this morning, have the winter safety kit and have the tire chains ready to go. And to that point, let's go ahead and talk about some of the road conditions out there. I-90 at Snoqualmie Pass, compact snow and ice, traction tires are required. Then we'll take you down to US Highway 12 at White Pass, compact snow and ice, traction tires also required. Okay, now we'll slide over to the blues. This is I-84 at Cabbage Hill. Spots of ice, traction tires are advised. And then we do have chain requirements for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. Look at that. That blanket of snow still there. Obviously compact snow and ice. And yes, chains are required specifically if you're towing or if your vehicle's over a certain weight from milepost 10 to 39. You can read more about this online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Also, WashDOT and TripCheck. Great resources around this time of the year. Lower elevations could see some snow for today. Those chances are going to be pretty low. You can see hour-by-hour chances yourself by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. But it would predominantly be in the Kittitas Valley and the Blue Foothills. So here's what it would maybe look like in Walla Walla. The chances for a rain-snow mix before 2 p.m. After that, it would just be all rain. And this is not going to amount to that much at all. By the way, it will be a little bit gusty for today. Gust up around 35 miles per hour for the Blue Foothills. But all of us, except for the Kittitas Valley, seeing gusts up around 25 to 35 miles per hour. But the snow in the mountains, we still have about a foot to go, and we will talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. 514. Turning to national headlines now this morning, as the Department of Homeland Security is investigating a deadly shooting involving a federal immigration officer and a protester in Minneapolis.
Federal officials say an ICE agent shot and killed a woman during a confrontation involving a vehicle, but local leaders dispute that account, citing video of the incident. So the Department of Homeland Security says 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good was shot yesterday after what officials describe as a dangerous encounter during an anti-ICE protest.
DHS claims Good used her vehicle to block federal agents and refused repeated commands to stop and get out of the car. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says the woman then attempted to run over an ICE officer, calling the incident an act of domestic terrorism.
ICE officers and agents approached the vehicle of the individual in question, who was blocking the officers in with her vehicle, and she had been stalking and impeding their work all throughout the day. ICE agents repeatedly ordered her to get out of the car and to stop obstructing law enforcement, but she refused to obey their commands. She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle, and she attempted to run a law enforcement officer over. This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism.
Secretary Noem also said that the same ICE officer involved in this shooting had previously been injured during another anti-ICE protest, claiming he was struck and dragged by a vehicle during an earlier incident last summer. That agent was treated at a local hospital and has since been released.
And cell phone video posted online shows the moments leading up to the shooting. In one angle, the woman's car is stopped in the middle of the street as officers approach. Officers then can be heard ordering her to get out of the car while one officer pulls on the driver's door. The vehicle then begins to move first backwards, then forward.
In another video angle, the car appears to make contact with an officer just before shots were fired. Moments later, the car accelerates forward and crashes into another vehicle and a utility pole.
Minneapolis city leaders strongly dispute the federal government's version of events. Mayor Jacob Frey and the city's police chief say video evidence shows the woman was driving away, not attempting to run officers over when she was shot.
To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite.
Now, as the investigation continues, community members gathered overnight, leaving flowers and candles at the site where Good was shot and killed.
Officials say the incident is under review, and multiple agencies are now examining the use of force. And we'll, of course, keep you updated, but keep it here because coming up next, Josh Colbert is back with how your weather is looking. That's all coming up in that full First Alert weather forecast in just a few minutes.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
From our family at Bruce Heating and Air, New Year's isn't just a day, it's a moment of magic, reflection, and hope. Another year to bring comfort and care to the community we cherish most.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products, it's your water. Culligan water softeners prevent damaging hard water buildup, revitalizing your hair and skin. Upgrade your routine with Culligan.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms, with my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay, and I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. It can relieve fatigue and stop joint damage. And in PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
Then take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Crack It Wild. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is still First Alert Weather Day, and it's going to continue to run through 10 in the morning on Friday, as we could have up to another foot of snow for our highest mountain passes. When I say that, think Snoqualmie Pass, White Pass, Stevens Pass, and Tollgate. And this is why right here, okay, this low pressure center that we've been tracking over Alaska, traversed the Gulf of Alaska. Now it's in British Columbia and Alberta, and this continues to provide the lift that in essence provides the snowfall for both of our mountain ranges. But this area of high pressure is going to move in here, and this is going to make our weather a lot calmer for Friday and beyond, at least for lower elevations. We'll talk about the nuances of that in a second, but First Alert Radar showing you snow for both mountain ranges this morning. We'll put this into motion with Futurecast Radar, and we'll continue to see more of the same throughout the day. And if there's a winner between both the mountain ranges, it would probably be the Cascades. But look, as we head into Friday morning, more snow, and I think by 5 a.m. as this storm system starting to exit the region, that's when the Blue Mountains are going to see the bulk of the snowfall. But then after 10 a.m., we're looking much drier out there. So, okay, here are some of the snowfall totals we're anticipating from this morning through 10 in the morning on Friday. This does not take into account the snowfall that's already down on the ground, but 5 inches of snow for White Pass, 7 inches of snow for Snoqualmie Pass, and close to another foot of snow for Tollgate. So the Blue Mountains really would be the winner in this instance. And I'm thinking 12 inches of snow for Stevens Pass. We'll have a zone-by-zone look at that coming up in the next half hour. Okay, and like I said, after that, our forecast looking mostly dry, but there is this storm system that could bring some small shower chances to lower elevations on Monday. And for the mountains, maybe 1.5 inches of rainfall, specifically for the Cascades from Saturday afternoon through 4 in the morning on Tuesday. So yeah, 1.5 inches, and you're saying, well, that doesn't sound like that much, but it's rain falling on top of existing snowpack. The temperatures are going to go up, and so we'll track the possibility of some localized mountain flooding. And like I said, the temperature is going to be above average. We'll mostly range between 45 to 55 in the Tri-Cities. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry and mild through Sunday, then even milder with a small rain chance Monday. In Yakima, a mostly dry forecast with highs in the 40s and 50s. And then for Ellensburg, the chance for some snow this morning, then tracking the possibility of freezing fog tomorrow morning. In Hermiston, keeping the forecast dry through Sunday, then the possibility of a shower on Monday. And finally for Walla Walla, perhaps some snow mixing in today, although accumulations will be minimal, turning dry for Friday and into the weekend.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a tiny Oregon town gets creative to solve a big money problem. And a marriage proposal takes a terrifying turn when a wedding ring disappears. This week's most viral moments coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
The New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and score 60 months, no interest. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer looks. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Meet Jan. She's enjoying a beautiful day outdoors with friends and family. She's also managing her type 2 diabetes by taking Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell. You see, once daily Jardiance can help lower your A1C. Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So ask your doctor about Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Are you suffering with constant agonizing knee pain? Have you been told that you have arthritis or are bone on bone? Is knee pain making simple activities like walking stairs or kneeling impossible? If this sounds familiar, the next 60 seconds could change your life. Do not let knee pain control your life any longer. Our powerful program addresses the underlying causes of knee pain without masking symptoms. There is no use of drugs, injections, or surgery. Do not miss this opportunity. Call now to see if we can help. If you qualify for care, day 1 we will perform a trial treatment. Please listen carefully. You will know by the end of the first visit whether or not we can help you. Do not hesitate. Call now. You don't need to suffer any longer. Call right now to see if you qualify for our program that has transformed thousands of lives. Call before it's too late and take the first step towards the knee pain relief you deserve.
The New Year's super sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and score 60 months, no interest. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer looks. But hurry, the extended New Year's super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
The wild card playoff game.
Houston battles Pittsburgh Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. Check this out now. So when money gets tight, some towns cut back, but others get creative.
Yes, in one small Oregon community, residents found a very unconventional way to raise some cash by burying almost all for a good cause.
And a picture-perfect proposal nearly becomes a nightmare after a ring drops more than 100 feet into the snow. Jeremy Roth has all the details. Take a look.
A tiny town in Oregon looking to dig out of financial trouble did what anybody would do. They got together and got undressed. According to the Lake County Chamber of Commerce, the town of Lakeview was facing financial distress and was recently forced to cut funding for snow removal. To raise funds to combat the problem, locals came up with the idea of selling a cheeky calendar featuring prominent townspeople in various states of undress. The so-called nearly nude calendar, starring volunteers and shot by volunteers, features a lot of saucy bare shoulders and limbs, with the rest tastefully hidden, so it's really only cheeky in the figurative sense, with limited exception. Organizers say the Campy campaign has since gone viral, with calendars sold all over the US and even in the UK and Japan, and the naughty body gamble has definitely paid off, with the original goal of $10,000 easily surpassed and raised funds now topping some 40 grand. A priceless moment for a Michigan couple nearly ended in disaster when a marriage proposal turned into a desperate search for a dropped ring. WXYZ reports it was on Boyne Mountain Resort's Sky Bridge where Trevor Van Camp planned to propose to his girlfriend Danielle Jenkins. But as Van Camp knelt down to pop the question, the ring popped out of his hand and fell 118 feet to the darkened snow below.
I didn't even get to see the ring. I just knew it fell.
The couple spent hours searching with the aid of metal detectors before giving up. It was a determined resort employee who kept on searching and miraculously found the ring buried in the powder. It's now back on Danielle's finger where it belongs, and the couple now has an unforgettable engagement tale.
It was something crazy to tell, and now it's our story to tell.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Props to that one employee for going the extra mile and still looking, and he found it.
He found the ring.
I hope they compensated him well.
I know.
Or something.
At least get an invite to the wedding.
He better. Yeah.
I feel like the guy who was proposing should have been down there. I know he was helping out with them, but he should have helped.
Continue. Never left.
He found it. Yeah.
And then that calendar. Have you guys purchased your?
Have I purchased
Lakeview
my
calendar yet for the year?
Not.
No.
But Josh said that's his old market, so I don't know.
My old stomping ground.
Yeah, so maybe he should.
Expected something like that out of those Lake County folks, but hey, hats off to you and other stuff off as well.
Nice one, good one.
Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A new year brings new leadership in Kennewick. City Council selecting new leadership during its first meeting of the year. Let you know who's stepping into the role of mayor. Details coming up.
Plus, motions ran high at Yakima City Hall as leaders voted on public safety and future funding. Coming up, fire station funding, leadership changes, and public pushback. All the details in your next half hour, but first, your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, JP Morgan Chase is taking over the Apple Card. Credit card service is currently provided by Goldman Sachs. Apple says the transition to Chase will take about 2 years, but customers can continue using their Apple Cards. OpenAI is testing a new health portal. ChatGPT Health will let you link your medical records and wellness apps to the chatbot to get more tailored responses. The company says additional privacy safeguards will be added. They caution that the new feature is not intended for diagnosis or treatment. And finally, Spotify is making it easier to know what your family and friends are listening to. A new tool on its messaging platform displays a user's current listening activity at the top of the chat. Others can then play the same track, save it, or comment on it. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Hannah Battah. Have a great day, everyone.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing the Georgia bark at my boss would be appropriate. Go, dogs!
Yeah. So we need to...
Sickle! And it's not. Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Hey, Bark Boy.
These guys are crazy.
Very dry, tight, sensitive skin? Relieve it in 60 seconds with Aveeno Skin Relief. With soothing triple oat complex, clinically proven to heal and strengthen dry skin. Aveeno, your skin stronger.
If you want the real deal, you should switch to Tide. Really? Stuff over there, it's so watered down. Tide cleans the stuff that others miss. Clothes look cleaner, not dingy. They smell great too.
Excuse me.
Can we help you?
I'll take Tide.
It's got to be Tide. Boosted.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
No, I'm Josh Colbert.
Guys,
I know.
It's National Snuggle a Chicken Day.
Aw.
There's a day for everything.
You gonna partake? Both
No, they're kind of smelly.
No, they're mean.
I mean, like maybe like go to McDonald's and snuggle
a chicken nugget.
Yeah.
A bit of a six-piece.
It's a little different.
That's a little
but
messed up to say, but
a little different. But that's more my.
I did have
too.
baby chicks growing up.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had 6 of them, and one of them's name was McChicken, and Huevos, and I forgot the other ones, but
I love this so much.
I mean, they were so cute, but yeah, they were smelly. They grow fast. We take them back to the farm because we didn't have,
And they'll peck at you.
Yeah, but they're cute.
I don't want that.
Smelly.
Did y'all eat them?
No, not that terrible.
I
go to McDonald's and eat the chicken nuggets. Anyways, how's the weather looking?
Moving on. Yeah, we've been seeing a ton of snow in the mountains. It actually caused quite a bit of issues overnight.
Yeah, Snoqualmie Pass closed down. It's now reopened, but there are traction tire requirements up that way. So, yeah, a lot of big weather stories still to talk about on this Thursday. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, over the next 24 to 30 hours, we could see another 5 to 13 inches of snow for our highest mountain passes. Lower elevations could see a little bit of snow as well. And when I say that, I mean like maybe a few flakes flying. It doesn't look like we're going to see many tangible accumulations for lower elevations. And it's going to be gusty for today as well. That first alert weather day still in place for our mountain passes, our highest mountain passes through 10 in the morning on Friday. We'll have a lot more to say about that later in the show. But for now, we're going to focus in on those chances for snow for lower elevations. Of course, you can see hour by hour rain and snow chances yourself by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app, free in the App Store or on Google Play. So I'm thinking in the Kittitas Valley, the best chances for snow probably going to be before 7 a.m. this morning, but those chances could last a little bit deeper into the day for the Blue Foothills, specifically in Walla Walla. A rain-snow mix possible before 2 p.m. After that, it's just going to be a cold, cold rain. We'll touch on the wind gusts for today as well, coming up in a few minutes.
5:34 now, and we begin this half hour of news talking your voice, your vote. This is a new year's bringing in new leadership at city halls across our region. In Kennewick, the city council kicked things off by selecting Jason McShane as mayor and Chuck Torelli as mayor pro tem. This all happened during their first meeting of the year. Kennewick operates under a council manager form of government, meaning the mayor is chosen. The mayor is chosen by fellow council members, not by voters, and they serve a 2-year term.
I'd like to make sure to take a moment to thank my family, both the extended family that's online tonight and some of my extended family that's here in the audience with me. And then especially thank my family who supports Dad as he goes out and does lots of different things throughout the community.
Meanwhile, another city council in the region has also made its pick. Richland selecting theirs as Teresa Richardson to serve as mayor and Shane Van Dyke as mayor pro tem for 2026. New leadership and new priorities as city councils across the area look ahead to the new year.
5:35 and turning now to Yakima, where big developments coming from City Hall. A fire station will stay open longer. New leadership was chosen, and locals are pushing to save a piece of Yakima history.
Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
At a packed city council meeting Tuesday night, Yakima leaders unanimously voted to extend funding for Fire Station 92 through August as they explore longer-term financing solutions for the West Side Emergency Hub.
My name is Rachel Stiles. I'm a proud lifelong resident of Yakima. I'm standing here today because Station 92 exists. I'm not a firefighter, a medical professional. I'm simply someone whose life was saved by first responders.
It's a move other advocates say protects critical response times.
Closing a fire station has economic consequences. Fire stations provide stable jobs and support local businesses. Their presence helps keep insurance rates lower for homeowners and business owners.
This slide here illustrates all the yellow dots are the calls that exist in our fire zones by station.
In a leadership shakeup,
So help me God. So help me God. Congratulations.
Council members elected Matt Brown as the new mayor and appointed Reedy Berg as deputy mayor, with Brown saying the changes reflect a desire for fresh perspectives and more community engagement.
First, I want to thank ex-mayor.
But the change did not come without controversy.
And I'm really disappointed that you guys voted for a mayor that really has no desire to fund public safety with the police department, the fire department, doesn't care if the trolleys are gone.
Speaking of the trolleys, the council also heard from supporters.
Now I'm asking you if, being a good citizen here, voting and all this other stuff, that the will of the people be heard here about what we really want. And as previous speakers said, you destroy history. It's gone.
The nonprofit operating agreement with the city is now in limbo. Discussions on a new operating agreement were delayed and now will resume January 20th as budget pressures mount.
We need to preserve our history. Yakima Valley Trolleys is the best preserved interurban line in the Pacific Northwest. It's a local and national treasure.
And council members also flagged ongoing talks about possible Lions Pool funding and other city services threatened by budget cuts, with more votes on fire department finances scheduled in early February. We'll, of course, keep you updated. And keep it here because coming up next, history made on the hardwood in Mabton. A record that stood for generations is now in the hands of an 8th grade prodigy turned senior leader. Coming up in local sports, we'll show you how Alana Zavala did it and also what's still ahead.
Nashville, TV's #1 new show is back.
The city's been hacked.
With an emergency that will touch every corner of Nashville.
Every light in the city went green.
Returns tonight on ABC.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy in-store today. MJB Premium Coffee is just $12.99 each. Fran's Sandwich Bread and Soft-Baked Cookies are each 2 for $5. Mobile Delvax 1-gallon 15W40 heavy-duty diesel oil is sale priced at $12.99. Plus find clearance items in the middle of your savings book, including apparel, appliances, toys, electronics, and more. Save more at employee-owned Bi-Mart today.
Tempur-Pedic designed the Ergo Pro Smart Base to help you fall asleep more easily. It's the only smart base that features our exclusive Soundscape mode that synchronizes a gentle massage with relaxing sounds to help you drift peacefully off to sleep.
Get a free $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, plus 72 months no interest. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust.
At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
Depression and anxiety can feel like a heavy, suffocating weight pulling you down. But there is hope. Neurostim TMS can help you regain your life. No medications, no drug-related side effects, just a proven solution covered by insurance. Our FDA-approved, non-invasive transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy targets the source of your symptoms. Neurostim works when medications fail and is the Northwest's leader in TMS, with over 250,000 successful treatments delivered. There is hope. Call today for a free consultation.
Check their new game day fit. Oh, snap! DirecTV got hot.
That's right. DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college games at your fingertips. This ain't your dad's cable, son. It's Couture.
Okay, thank you so much. I was about to say that. It's Couture.
These hands are working hands. My hands are the most important tools I have. You need to take care of them. That's where O'Keeffe's comes in.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
If it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also, try O'Keeffe Skin Repair Body Creams.
Wouldn't it be nice for your family to have more money to play with and in your savings?
A lot of people think that it probably takes a lot more money than it really does.
This week, Rebecca Jarvis with the tips to make it happen. The rich advice for your family money matters is on Good Morning America.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. A lot of blue on this map. These are the current road conditions, and obviously if you have to travel over our mountains for this morning, got to have the winter safety kit, got to have the tire chains ready to go. To that point, let's go ahead and take you on a tour of our major mountain passes. Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass, compact snow and ice traction tires are required. And then for US Highway 12 at White Pass, compact snow and ice traction tires required here as well. And then for our blue mountain passes, I-84 at Cabbage Hill, spots of ice, traction tires advised. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, this is where we do have chains required this morning. Also compact snow and ice. That's pretty easy to see via the ODOT camera, but chains required if you're towing between milepost 10 and 39. And again, great resources around this time of the year, the WashDOT website and also tripcheck.com. Okay, it is going to be a little bit gusty for today and for tonight. Let's put that into motion with Futurecast gusts. And you see that for the mountains, for the Cascades, we'll have these gusts out of the north and west, but predominantly out of the south and west for the basin and for the foothills, at least to start the day. I think for the foothills and for the blues, maybe some of those could turn out of the north and west. But as we head throughout the evening, still a little bit breezy, but definitely the gusts are going to be calming down. They'll be calming down into the rest of Friday as well. So a little summation of what we'll see predominantly for today. Those peak gusts anywhere between, I'd say 25 to 35 miles per hour, although the valley walls of the Kittitas Valley are going to shield Ellensburg from some of the strongest gusts. But we'll take it back up to the mountains. We'll talk about all the snow that is still to come through 10 in the morning on Friday. That will be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 5:43 talking sports now. Mabton High School basketball has a new all-time leading scorer.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable introduces us to the athlete behind the record.
Starting off her varsity basketball career while she was still in 8th grade, Alana Zavala had a bright future ahead of her. Over 1,800 points later, and Zavala has now scored more points than any boy or girl in Mabton history.
I think it was just like shocking, I guess, because I didn't really expect it. Nobody did. Our goal was just to try to win games.
It's not a stretch to say basketball is in her blood. Both her parents played basketball at Mabton High School, and who she surpassed for the scoring record was her cousin, Roy.
Alana and I are actually cousins, so yeah, I know a lot about her family. Her grandpa played basketball here, her dad, her aunts and uncles, cousins. If you're in Mabton, chances are you're related to a couple of people.
Coming into her senior season, Zavala knew the records were achievable. What she didn't know is how fast they would come. First breaking the girls' record, then the school record a week later.
The girls' record was surprising because it was like, I think I had like 43 points, so it was like shocking, but The second was, I knew it was gonna happen, yeah.
By now, it's clear Zavala can put the ball into the hoop. But her coach, Frank Smith, says that's not the best thing about her.
As good as she is on the court, she's even better off the court. She's our ASB president at our school. If we do a fundraiser, she's our top fundraiser. She's got a 3.8 GPA. So she does everything for our program. She sets the bar high, and then everyone else is just trying to catch up.
Frequently asking for extra time in the gym to practice, Zavala now has the second half of the season remaining to continue to add to her point total. In Mabton, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Well, with the record broken, her new goal is to surpass the 2,000 point mark.
Along with that, she also wants to help bring Mabton back to the state playoffs.
I
Good
love
luck
it.
to her.
Yeah,
Good
what a
luck.
family history they have on the court there.
Little cousin rivalry.
Yeah, that's great. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And giving you a live look outside from our Central Washington outdoor camera at the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will be back after the break with your full First Alert forecast.
Ready to refresh your home for less? At the Tri-County Partners Habitat store, find home upgrades, electrical, lighting, flooring, furniture, outdoor pavers, and more at affordable prices. And new this season, we design and sell custom cabinets. Best of all, every purchase supports Habitat's mission, helping build homes for local families. Great prices, greater purpose. Visit the Habitat store today. Your next project starts here.
Even on an antidepressant, there are days I feel stuck in my head. Depression symptoms like sadness and low energy can hold me back. I wanted to break through. I asked about Vraylar. Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant significantly reduces overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, nausea, constipation, insomnia, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Depression and anxiety can feel like a heavy, suffocating weight pulling you down. But there is hope. Neurostim TMS can help you regain your life. No medications, no drug-related side effects, just a proven solution covered by insurance. Our FDA-approved, non-invasive transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy targets the source of your symptoms. Neurostim works when medications fail and is the Northwest's leader in TMS, with over 250,000 successful treatments delivered. There is hope. Call today for a free consultation.
Next Live is out of this world.
Oh, yeah.
With Star Trek Starfleet Academy's Holly Hunter. And Age Smarter with the Simple Fix for 26.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Next in teen, we're with the stars of The Pit, celebrating season 2. Plus,
You asked for this.
from booktop to the small screen, we're with the stars of People We Meet on Vacation. Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Texans, Steelers, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We still have First Alert Weather days in front of us. Really, it's more so like the next 24 to 30 hours, but that's technically 2 days. And so this runs through 10 in the morning on Friday, and it's because of this low pressure system right here that is traversing some of these Canadian provinces. And this high pressure is going to build in. It's going to move this out of here pretty quickly, which is why we still have about another 24 to 30 hours to go. First Alert radar showing you some snow showers this morning in both the Cascades and the Blues. We'll put this into motion with Futurecast radar, and we'll continue to see more of that throughout the next few hours and into the afternoon and evening as well. Looks like we trend a little bit drier for the Blues into this evening, but into the late evening and into Friday morning, here we go again with both the Cascades and the Blues. And the last gasp of the storm system going to be during the mid to late morning hours of Friday, and that's likely when things are going to taper off. Then after 10 a.m. we should be dry out there. So here are some of the snowfall totals we're anticipating from this morning through 10 in the morning. On Friday, 5 inches for White Pass, 7 inches for Snoqualmie Pass, 11 inches for Stevens Pass. So maybe another foot of snow to go there for U.S. Highway 2. And then for the Kittitas Valley, little trace amounts for Thorpe and Ellensburg, close to ½ an inch in Cle Elum. And then for the Blues, just little trace amounts for the Battle Mountain Summit and Ukiah, 3 inches for Interstate 84, and then close to another foot to go for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. So if you got to drive over those big passes, just have the winter safety kit, have the tire chains ready to go. There's this next storm system that we're tracking into, for part of the weekend and then into the beginning of the next work week. Just little rain chances for lower elevations for Monday, but for the mountains, 4 p.m. on Saturday to 4 in the morning on Tuesday, could see around 1.5 inches of rainfall as snow levels are going to go way up there. So we'll have rain falling on top of existing snowpack. Could see some excess runoff and some very localized mountain flooding, and this isn't going to help too. We'll have high temperatures that'll be way above average for this time of the year by about 5 to 15 degrees, more like 5 to 10 degrees in the Yakima Valley. So here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, dry and mild through Sunday, then even milder with a small rain chance Monday. In Yakima, a mostly dry forecast with highs staying in the 40s and 50s. Then in Ellensburg, the chance for some snow this morning and tracking the possibility of freezing fog tomorrow morning. And then in Hermiston, keeping the forecast dry through Sunday, then the possibility of a shower on Monday. And finally for Walla Walla, perhaps some snow mixing in today, although accumulations will be minimal, turning dry for Friday and into the weekend.
Now, the morning sprint.
5:51, time for your morning sprint, and we start with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Starting in Walla Walla, where quick action by both on and off-duty officers saved a woman from a burning car. Take a look. Police releasing this body cam video showing the rescue. It was captured by K-9 Officer Eastman. Authorities say a 32-year-old woman crashed on Highway 12 near Reese Avenue, her vehicle then catching fire. She was unconscious and unable to escape, so off-duty Walla Walla police officer and an off-duty sheriff's deputy stopped to help, and then that was followed by responding officers. Officer Eastman pulled the woman from the burning vehicle as others worked to put out the flames. She was taken to the hospital. Washington State Patrol now investigating the crash.
And multiple suspicious fires sparking in Union Gap. Police confirm an arrest has been made, although the investigation is ongoing. East Valley Fire says the first fire broke out early yesterday at a warehouse near Lilac Lane. 2 additional fires followed near Rainier Place and East Washington Avenue. All 3 fires were set outside the buildings. The warehouse fire caused the most damage, with flames breaking through the roof and half the structure damaged.
We now know the new trial dates for off-duty Washington State Patrol Trooper Sarah Clayson, charged with DUI vehicular homicide. Her omnibus hearing was moved to March 11th. Pre-trial hearing set for April 15th. Trial now scheduled for May 18th. Clayson's attorney says delays are common in complex cases like this, noting the investigation took months and discovery wasn't received until September. We'll keep you updated on the case.
Yakima County Sheriff Bob Udell has announced he's running for the District 1 County Commissioner seat. With the position open, he says he wants to continue serving the community where he grew up. He'll bring more than 36 years of experience with the Sheriff's Office. Udell announced the retirement as sheriff last November and will serve out the remainder of his term through the end of the year.
And inside CCOM's dispatch center, a new AI system is set to help manage non-emergency calls, not 911. The system, called Aurelian, goes live January 13th and will answer the non-emergency line. It can handle general questions, minor traffic concerns, and reports of crimes no longer in progress. Officials say human dispatchers remain fully in control, and any call showing urgency is immediately transferred to 911. CCOM leaders say rising call volume makes the system necessary and emphasizes it will support, not replace, dispatchers.
In your national headlines this morning, President Donald Trump has signed a memorandum that withdraws the U.S. from 66 international organizations. A White House social media post said the groups, quote, no longer serve American interests. They include 31 United Nations organizations and 35 entities that are not related to the UN. One of them, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. That's the bedrock treaty that underpins international cooperation on climate change. The U.S. joined the treaty and Congress ratified it in 1992 when George H.W. Bush was president.
In your business headlines at 5:54 this morning, President Trump says that he plans to ban large investors from buying up more single-family homes. In a social media post just yesterday, the president stated that he is taking the steps to ban large institutional investors from buying up single-family properties and calling on Congress to codify it. Investors like Blackstone, J.P. Morgan Chase, and other banks and investment firms have increasingly snapped up family homes in recent years, eyeing rising returns on home prices. Well, the president said that he plans to outline additional housing and affordability proposals in the coming weeks.
In your health headlines now, HHS is unveiling a new food pyramid and it's inverted. The widest part on top lists fruits and vegetables along with protein, dairy, and healthy fats. And some experts argue people should eat less red meat and dairy than the new pyramid implies. But others praise the guide. Also, the daily protein recommendation goes up for many people as it's based on body weight. And at the bottom of the pyramid are whole grains. Lastly, the department suggests consuming less alcohol, sugar, and ultra-processed foods.
Making headlines this morning in science, there will be a little less traffic in outer space today. NASA has postponed a scheduled spacewalk due to, quote, a medical concern. Officials wouldn't give more information about the matter. Astronauts Mike Finnick and Zena Cardman were set to exit an International Space Station airlock to finish work on a power channel. No word yet on when that spacewalk will be rescheduled.
Trending now this morning, the countdown to Mardi Gras has begun.
That's right. New Orleans officially kicking off a carnival season on Tuesday. Celebrations included colorful outfits, iconic masks, good times, music, fun, food, you name it.
Mode pies, yeah. Fat Tuesday comes earlier this year on February 17th. The date shifts each year based on Easter, which is tied to the moon. That means this year, carnival season is shortened to 43 days, leading to shorter parade schedules and potentially cooler weather.
It's a party.
Exciting. Getting my king cake soon.
I love a king cake.
They're so fun.
They're delicious. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, years of planning are turning into visible growth in Boardman, but leaders say this is just the beginning. Coming up, how industrial investment is driving expansion and what the future could look like for the city.
Plus a milestone moment at one of the world's most famous zoos, how London Zoo kicked off its 200th year by counting every creature, and why that head count matters far beyond the gates. The details are straight ahead. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, still a little bit more snow to go for the mountains, maybe some flakes flying for lower elevations for today. And then our weather goes much calmer as we head into the weekend. I'll talk about all that coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.